All right, just started. I'll grab your application and go over the answers you got. All right, student 13 from the US, contacted
Yep.
by a production member. I believe I was the one who sent you a message asking if you could sign up.
Indeed.
So when you were asked to fill out your strategy playing this game as a contestant, you very simply wrote down to take notes, win challenges, and blend in. And how do you believe that you can do this?
Well, the way I believe I can do this, the note taking, I don't usually take notes, but when I do, I know that I will be able to like keep notes on hopefully every single person there. The win challenges thing, I'm really good at challenges. I have won quite a few in different game shows I have played in, and I believe that I can win most or at least do very well in most of these challenges. And the blend in part, I'm just like that person who just like you don't suspect them because like I just act normal all the time and like I'm just like some people say that like I'm just like a really like chill out person to hang out with.
Okay. So you think that because of your personality, people might want to talk to you.
Yes.
All right. And how would you feel about sharing information with other players?
How would I feel? Well, the way I would feel, in some cases, I might try to lead them off course if, say, like, if they're like big competition and I feel like they could win the whole thing. But in other cases, if I really trust them, I feel like I could give them the correct information that they need and hopefully we could like make an alliance of some sorts and hopefully that would work out and bring us to the final two.
So you'd like to have a buddy that you can keep closer for the game to
Yeah.
share information consistently.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. And how far do you think you can make it?
How far do I think I can make it? I believe that me being myself could make it at least past the halfway point. I don't think that I would fall behind the halfway in the cast. I feel like I would have enough skills and enough strategy to take myself at least to that midway point, and then the game just carries itself from there.
So you're saying it just carries itself from there, but when you do make that halfway point, you would reach your expectations. But then
Yes.
that finale is getting pretty close. So,
Indeed.
would you dream of getting into that finale? How would you act when you're almost halfway, or when you are halfway?
When I am halfway, I would just, keep acting the way I've been acting. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Just
Hmm.
keep trying to do my best in challenges, keep trying to win money for the pot for the team, and hopefully get all the questions right on the quiz.
Right, and you say you're gonna take a lot of notes. Are you gonna
Yes.
ask people about their notes as well, other people?
Yes, I will definitely ask people for their notes as well. And if they try to lie to me, like if I have like something written down that I know it's true and they try to give me wrong information, I will confront them. And then I will not share notes with them anymore because I know that they are not trustworthy.
Ah, so it's definitely a big trust system for you. That's the most important
Yeah,
factor for sharing
big
information.
trust. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Um, so yeah, you seem like the type of guy that would really try to put his trust into someone, and but be on their guard, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, try to make sure that it's correct. That
Yes.
sounds good. So, you say you would win a lot of challenges. Do you think that winning challenges would make other people trust you and want to talk to you?
It could quite possibly make them want to trust me, since the mole is purposely trying to lose challenges for their own gain. I feel like if I do better in the challenges, it'll make me seem like less of a person that could be the mole, and I could, in fact, possibly like build a bond with like one or two like strong people, and we could take it to the end.
Okay. Well, but you know, only three people get into the finale, and one of them's the mole. And hopefully
Yep.
the other one is you, and then only one other person.
Yeah.
Or, what if you are the mole? I'm just gonna look at your answer. If you were chosen to be the mole, what would make you a great mole? You wrote down, I
Uh,
am able to make challenges look like an accident when I lose them on purpose, and I will be able
yes.
to persuade people. So, how do you think
Yeah.
you can cover up these accidents to when you do your sabotages?
To cover up my accidents, if there are people that know me in the game, they know that at points in time, like sometimes like my game alt tabs out and sometimes like my keyboard controls like unwire. So that could be a good defense. And for the people that don't know me and like have never heard of me, I can just say that I am not good at challenges at all. And then I could, meet up with people, switch information, maybe be a little sneaky, give them some false information. And if they try to catch me up on it, I could say, oh, wait, I might have just written that down wrong. And they could believe me, they could not. It just depends on if they're listening in enough and paying enough attention.
All right. So what I'm noticing here is that you mentioned having two different types of cover-ups.
Yes.
Saying it's a keyboard error when it comes to the people that you do know, and saying that it's just skill when talking to people you don't know. But if those people go and talk together about how you played, don't you think that might make you look suspicious as your answers don't match?
Yes, it could very well make me look suspicious, but it just depends if I'm clever enough to get back up on my feet and make up another excuse as why it's not me. I could say that both things could have happened that time. My keyboard might have stopped, and I might not just be good at the challenge. And if they believe that, my job set, get to the next challenge, do it over again. And if they don't, I just gotta keep thinking about different kinds of things I can say to them.
All right. So you keep trying to come up with new excuses, so to say.
Indeed.
All right.
Yes.
But obviously, being the mole is a very tough task, and not everyone is up to it. So obviously, it's since it's not easy. What do you think would be your biggest struggles as a mole?
My biggest struggles would definitely be, getting people like with me since I'm not a very like extroverted person. I'm fairly introverted. It would be hard to like go out there and like be able to like be charismatic enough to like make people trust me. But like a couple of people, if they're like charismatic and I get them to trust me, they could spread my word around that like, hey, I'm a trustworthy person, and that could really work out for me.
So you'd use other people to try to convince that you're a good player.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you've just mentioned something that would be a struggle, but then immediately found a way to solve it as well, which is definitely great. Now, I'm gonna move on to the final part of the interview, which is all about
Okay.
your times and dates that you were available.
Okay.
In the sign-up form, you ticked all the boxes. So, what exactly would be your times and dates during the weekends?
During the weekends, it's pretty much every single time for me. Since I am on summer break now, since my school ended, I can pretty much make it any time of the week. It just depends, cause like my family doesn't really like warn me about plans beforehand.
Oh,
So as long
okay.
as they like are able to, warn me in advance, I will be able to make it at like all times of day.
So, could you ask your parents about that when we do plan when we do
Yeah.
plan a session?
Yeah, I would definitely ask them about it first thing, like once I see the date. And then, if they say yes or no, I would definitely report back to you immediately or like one of the other, staff members here,
Yeah.
and I would, just like try to work something out.
Yeah, I'm sure we could as well. Because it's only gonna be about 3 hours per day, maybe more if we, for example, do 2 episodes. But like I
Yeah.
said, we will inform you, and you guys will inform us, so that way we're gonna properly plan it, and I believe we can do it.
All right.
All right. So,
Yeah.
is there anything else you'd like to mention or talk about or ask?
Uh, no, I don't think there is. I think I've gotten enough information and put enough out there as well to,
Yeah.
make myself really
Yeah, I
informed.
agree. Well, thank you for your time, Turtles.
No
As you know,
problem.
there are also test challenges. I will open them
Yes.
tomorrow. So if you're
Okay.
ever available tomorrow, you can take one, but there will obviously also be other days in case people cannot do it. I'll keep you
All right.
informed in the announcements chat. So make sure to look there regularly.
I will.
I'm just gonna